Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another stream. We got some good games on tonight, and we got one finishing up here for Villanova versus UConn. It's been a pretty good game throughout, and Andre Jackson just hit a big corner three, which is probably going to close this one out here for Villanova or for UConn. Excuse me. But a really good game. Villanova is a lot better, I think, than what most people are giving them credit for. I think that they could make a run through conference play this season and find themselves as maybe around a 7, 8, 9 seed by the end of the season. But that UConn crowd is crazy. It looks like they're going to get out of here with a W. How are y'all doing tonight? We got a lot of pretty good games here on. We're going to be watching Alabama at Mississippi State. We got LSU hosting Arkansas, which should be a pretty interesting game there. LSU yet to be really tested so far this season. And then also Xavier St. John's is the game coming on after this one. Once we finish up Villanova and UConn. Yo, what's up, Drake? How you doing, my man? What's up, QT? How's it going? John, what's good? Let's go. UConn got another stop. They're up 6 here with 1:25 over Nova. Also, I'm pretty sure Kentucky is playing Missouri right now on the channel that Alabama Mississippi State's on. So we're going to go ahead and turn on Kentucky Missouri and watch the ending of that one. Kentucky, I know Missouri was winning at halftime of that one, but I haven't really checked the score since. We're about to find out. Caravan for 3 misses, and we got a foul. All right. Let's see what's going on here at Kentucky versus Missouri. This would be a huge win for Missouri and another disappointing loss here for Kentucky. Missouri is up 12. We'll see if Kentucky can make a run here and come back. It's a nice little left-handed layup. All right. 10-point game now. Still 13 minutes left in that one, though, so plenty of time for Kentucky to try to make a run and come back in that one. That's probably a game we're going to mostly spend our time at here before these 9 o'clock games start here soon. Okay. Yeah, Kentucky has been pretty disappointing so far this year, but they got a solid team, man. They can still get things turned around. I still definitely believe that, but I don't know. I feel like they need this one against Missouri, so we'll see if they can start to come back here for sure. You're second in the bowl contest. Who's in first? I haven't even really been paying attention too much. Honestly, the bowl games early so far this year have been pretty bad. I mean, I've been watching some of the bowl games, but I've really been paying attention to college basketball because, the bowl games have been pretty terrible so far this year. Not gonna lie. I'm excited for the playoffs though. New Year's Eve should be pretty good games. Some pretty good games. Yeah, I'm excited for the playoffs. It should be better bowl games here after New Year's. That's usually when the good ones start. I know Oregon and North Carolina is tonight, but I've honestly rather be watching basketball. So, to be honest with you, am I going to make a transfer portal video for college football? I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, my college basketball videos have been doing pretty good. I've been really enjoying making them, so that's kind of like my whole thing. Like, people are enjoying watching them. I'm enjoying making them. So I'm kind of sticking it out with college basketball right now. But there has been some really big names for in the transfer portal, especially like Sam Hartman. I know Kentucky got Devin Leary. So there's been a lot of mix up in the college football transfer portal. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a video on all that or not. But yeah. Missouri up 11 now. It looks like UConn just hit another free throw, so they are up by 7 with a minute left over Villanova. Looks like they are going to close that one out. It was a really good game, though. A really good one. I'm first in the bowl contest. I haven't even really been checking it either, so I'll have to check in on that, see if I want to switch any of my picks here for the games coming up. But yeah. Yo, what's up, Jayhawk fan? How's it going, my man? Praying for a comeback. Yeah, I seen Kansas is getting beat up by Arkansas in the bowl game. Pretty bad. I was honestly hoping Kansas would win. I mean, Kansas, the first bowl game they've made in a while. I really want to see them win, or at least be a close game. Oh, 2-score game, so you guys aren't completely out of it then. Yeah, definitely could come back. Definitely. There's a chance for sure. All right, Kentucky cut it to single digits. Let's go. I want to see a close game here before these 9 o'clock ones. Let's go. Missouri has been a surprise this year, especially if they can get a big win here against Kentucky. I mean, then they beat Kentucky and Illinois. I know that both of those would be at home, so you'd like to see them get a road win too, but they'll have their opportunities for that for sure. Yo, Kentucky wins. I mean, Kansas destroyed Missouri. I think Kentucky, I mean, I'm not going to say I think they're going to come back and beat Missouri or make it a close game, because I don't know if I can trust Kentucky to do that yet, but they definitely have the talent to do that. Like, they have a more talented team than Missouri for sure. And man, but head coach Dennis Gates done an amazing job. I mean, year one with Missouri really hit the transfer portal hard. I mean, I made a video over the offseason talking about all the transfers that went in there to Missouri. They got a lot of pickups. They got a lot of pickups, man. It's a free throw game there in UConn Villanova now. Villanova just keeps fouling. Oh yeah, I got 2 new helmets to the collection. So I got this Georgia one. It's so nice, man. The white face mask is so clean, and we'll see if they win the championship this year, back to back maybe, possibly. But yeah, the playoffs should be good. I'm hyped for the playoffs coming up. And I got this one. I got another new one. I'm about to unbox it here on stream for you guys. We got SMU. Was a surprise to me. I mean, these are gifts my family got me, so I didn't pick these teams out. But interesting, kind of random SMU, but I like it. So we're going to unbox it here. I'll set it up with the rest of them. I was waiting to unbox this one on stream with you guys for fun. And this one's pretty clean, man. I like the white with the red face mask. Tough. Yeah, this one is tough. I like the red and blue stripe across the top. I mess with that, man. I mess with that. Who are we kicking out? Who should we kick out of the top shelf here to put SMU? I'm thinking we're going to kick out. Let's kick out Boise. We'll put Boise back here. And then we'll move Bama and Florida State. Put SMU front and center to see on the showcase shelf here. Let's go. What we got here? UConn looks like they're going to close that one out. All right. Coach Cal should be called Recruiter Cal. You're not lying, man. You're not lying. So far, he hasn't been doing too hot with all his good recruits. So we'll see, though. I mean, he's got a really good recruiting class coming in next year. So you could really say, like, he's Recruiter Cal because he's got 3 top 10 recruits coming in next year. But right now, this year, he's not really doing too hot. Still super happy with Leary. Kentucky has got Leary, which is QB1 in the portal. Yeah, for sure. I mean, him or Sam Hartman, you could argue. But still, Leary was a huge get for Kentucky. I definitely believe so. 4-star corner out of, UC California, maybe? 4-star running back out of Vandy. I did remember hearing about that. 3-star offensive tackle out of Northern Illinois. 4-star safety out of Ohio State. 4-star inside offensive lineman out of Bama. Man, that's a lot of good transfer pickups, man. I mean, really what Mark what Stoops has done there has been amazing. Because Kentucky, I mean, maybe Kentucky's a football school now, right? Kentucky is a football school. Yeah, I mean, really what they're doing. Mark Stoops has done a great job building up that program, and they've been doing some great things. Where do I get all my mini helmets? Those 2 new ones I got for Christmas, so I'm not really sure where my family got those ones, but the ones that I bought myself, I've gotten off of helmetnation.com. I think it's a really good deal. Only like $30 or so around there, depending on shipping, might be a little bit more, but to get a helmet, so honestly, not too bad. So that's usually where I get them, and I just get one every once in a while myself. So helmetnation.com. I can say I've never had any problems with that website, so pretty good site, pretty reliable. All right, bro. Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna be keeping my eye out on that, on the score. See if Kansas can come back and beat Arkansas. Kentucky back down 14. I mean, they cut it to single digits. Missouri starting to pull back away again. Still 10.5 minutes, though. We'll see if Kentucky will be able to close the gap and get back in this game, because right now it's not looking good. It's looking like Kentucky's a football school. That's what it's looking like. Yo, you got a Marshall mini helmet? That is tough. I want a Marshall mini helmet. I got a Marshall mini basketball back here. I'm going to a Marshall basketball game tomorrow, facing Appalachian State. So Marshall should be able to win that one pretty easily, but honestly, I'm just hyped. I'm hyped to get to a Marshall basketball game. I've never been to a Marshall game, yeah, I'm pretty hyped, man. It's going to be a good game tomorrow. That reminds me, the Danny Hoops podcast is being delayed to Friday this week because I am going to the Marshall game tomorrow night. So I'm not going to be back home until around midnight after I go to the game and then drive home. So so I'm not going to be able to do the Danny Hoops podcast tomorrow. Danny Hoops podcast is being delayed to Friday night. So still on board, though. Oh, you went to the game against Morehead State this year. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped. I mean, Marshall's got some really good scores. I think they're a sleeper. I think that they can win their conference. I wanted to go to an Old Dominion game because that's probably going to be the best game, the two best teams in their conference there. But I just honestly want to go see them play against anyone. Go and see against App State. Against Morehead State, that's probably a good game, man. Morehead State's a decent team there, man. Well, I don't know if they're good this year, but they're usually pretty good. Oh, I better put that down before I break something. Kentucky ones are sold out. Dang. They usually have multiple colorways for some schools. Some schools only have one colorway they got, and some have two. But some have like 3-4 different colors you could get for each team. Yeah, I like that site, man. I'm definitely going to keep getting some more helmets, get some more mini basketballs as well. Yeah. Davion might be going to the league. He's like a 5th-year senior now. He is a bucket, man. He's averaging like over 20 points, 5 and 5, I'm pretty sure. So I'm hyped. I've never been to a Marshall game before. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be hanging out in Huntington all day tomorrow. It's going to be lit. Dun, 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 dun. Man, Kentucky's not looking good, man. Someone just got injured bad. Or not bad, but they hurt their hand. Oh, yeah, check out this custom water bottle that I got. Whew. I got done right for Christmas. This is so tough, man. Got my logo on it for YouTube. Missouri's up 17 now, man. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm convinced, man. Kentucky is a football school. I'm probably going to have a video coming out here in the next couple weeks talking about Kentucky and talking about Coach Cal, stuff like that, because, man, you have a big dilemma for Saturday. Kentucky bowl game and Kentucky basketball versus Louisville is at the same time. Honestly, Louisville is pretty terrible, so I definitely go with the Kentucky bowl game, especially since Kentucky is a football school now. So you might have to go with the bowl game. Who's Kentucky facing the bowl game? Iowa? Didn't they face Iowa last year in the Citrus Bowl? I specifically remember Wan'Dale Robinson having a late touchdown to win that game. So what are we doing now? We're matching up two teams against each other in the bowl games 2 years in a row now. Yeah, I think Kentucky will be able to handle Louisville though, because Louisville's pretty terrible. I am 17-6 in the Bowl Mania League. Dang. I've been doing work. Let's see the upcoming bowl games, because the good bowl games are really going to start here soon. Dang, I picked Kansas to beat Arkansas, so that's not looking good. I picked Oregon over UNC tonight. Yeah, Kentucky versus Iowa. That might be a good game. I wish I had that problem, man. I wish I had that problem. WVU doesn't have they're not in a bowl game this year, so it's pretty tough. Pretty tough, but WVU plays basketball on New Year's Eve against Kansas State, first Big 12 game. So that's kind of a dilemma I have. Do I want to watch WVU basketball, or do I want to watch the college football playoff? I'm probably going to watch the playoff and just keep my eye out on the score of the basketball game, but yeah, I'm hyped for New Year's Eve. Ooh, what a big block by Carson Wallace. My goodness. Don't get too hyped, though. You are down 17. But that was a nasty block. Still 8 minutes left. Kentucky needs to start showing a run, though. They need to start getting something going because it's not looking too good. Who we got in the games tonight, guys? We got Alabama, Mississippi State. This is Mississippi State's first true test, really. Mississippi State's first true test against Alabama, but they are at home. So I'm interested to see if Mississippi State's defense is going to hold up in league play. Also, Xavier heading into St. John's. St. John's, they've been losing all their games against like big opponents, against like top opponents. So we'll see if St. John's can finally get a good win, or if they're just going to be shown to be outmatched by these top tier teams, man. Not really even top tier teams, just kind of like any decent team, to be honest. So it's crazy. Yeah, I can't believe Kentucky is down 18 now after that free throw, maybe 19. Kobe Brown for Mizzou has 25. Yo, what's up, Ethan? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy the videos. WVU hasn't been that great since Gino was there. We've had a few decent years. We had a really good year with Skylar Howard, where we were like 9-3. We had a really good year with Will Grier. Went to back-to-back bowl games with Will Grier. One year I think we were like 7-5. The next year we were, I think, another 9-3 season. So yeah, we haven't been all that great, man. We'll see if we can start to get things turned around. Maybe Nico is our savior. Who do you think we got starting next year at quarterback? It's either Nico or it's Garrett Green. I'd honestly be – I want to see Nico. He's going to be a redshirt freshman, got redshirted this year. I want to see Nico start. I want to see him lead this team for 4 years and work his greatness, man. Work his greatness. But really, it's not looking the best for the future of WVU football. I'm worried, but I'm hyped for our basketball team. Woo. Kentucky's running out of time. Under 7 minutes now. Should be about time for these next set of games going. Xavier at St. John's. I'm excited to see St. John's go. Posh Alexander, he's gotten off to a rough start to start the year. Xavier's got some really good players. Like the guard matchups in this game are going to be really fun to watch, because on Xavier's side you got Colby Jones, you got Sully Boom, and then on St. John's side you got Andre Corbello, and you got Posh Alexander. They're going to need Posh Alexander to really get back to himself this game. He's been great defensively, but offensively, maybe he's taken a back seat due to Andre Curbelo and David Jones coming to town through the transfer portal. But he needs to be. I still think Posh Alexander needs to be the number one option on St. John's team for them to really be successful. So we'll see if maybe they can get that figured out today. David Jones versus Jack Nunge is probably going to be a really good matchup down low too. Big East basketball is fun to watch, man. Yeah, I hope WVU goes far in March. I'm iffy. I think we could make a Sweet 16 push at least. I'm hoping. Right now, they got us projected as a 4 seed, which honestly I was very happy with. Like, I'm surprised they're giving us a 4 seed already. But we'll see, man. We'll see how we do against Kansas State this Saturday. See if we can get a big win to open up Big 12 play. That would be huge on the road because Kansas State, they're 11-1. They haven't really played too many good teams though, so they're kind of a question mark, right? We don't really know if Kansas State's really all that great, but on the road, no Big 12 team is easy to play on the road. So that would be a really good win. We got back-to-back road games to open up conference play against them and Oklahoma State. I'd be happy if we can split those games. Like I said, they're both on the road, so be really happy if we can split those games. And if we win them both, even better. Even better, right? But I'm excited for the future of this team. We got some good young players on this WVU team. We got Seth Wilson, who is a sophomore, a guy that I think is going to be really great for us, probably going to be a starter next year. Kobe Johnson is a sophomore as well. Muhammad Wagi, another sophomore. Those 3 guys are going to be huge for us next year. We got to make sure they stick around. Don't let them go in the transfer portal because I think that these are some really good players. We should have Joe Toussaint back next year. I think he has another year of eligibility if he wants to come back. So if Keedy Johnson's done after this year, Joe Toussaint should be our starting point guard next year. And then we got who else could come back next year? I don't think Eric Stevenson has another year of eligibility. Jimmy Bell might have another year if he wants it. So we could really bring back a good amount of players. And if we also hit the portal as well next offseason, I think this team could be really good, man. And I think Josiah Harris, a really good freshman, already getting some minutes there for Bob Huggins as a freshman with all this talent on the team. So I think that's pretty impressive. I think next season he's going to have a bigger role for sure. Yeah, that game was good. Who was that Marshall player? Was his last name Elmer or something with an E like that, man, for Marshall? He was crazy. He was lighting it up in the first round. He's really the reason Marshall won that first round game and why they had such a good season. I forget. Is it John Elmer or something like that? I forget, but he was killing it for Marshall that year, man. Yeah, John Elmore. Yeah, he could really shoot the ball, man. He could shoot the rock. That was a really fun game to see them play each other in the second round. Yeah, that was a really fun game. And then we ended up, that was a tough stretch of time for WVU fans because 4 years we had Javon Carter, right? Freshman year, we went to Sweet 16. We got bounced by Gonzaga that year. Gonzaga went on to the championship game. Oh, wait, no, we got bounced by Villanova that year, I think, and they went on to win the national championship 2016. And that was in the Sweet 16. Javon Carter's second year we lost. That was probably one of the hardest losses I've witnessed as a WVU fan is when we lost as a 3 seed to Stephen F. Austin in the first round of the tournament. I think that was Javon Carter's sophomore season. And That was something else. I remember I was at basketball practice. I came home, turned on the game, and we were down by like 15 or something at half to Stephen F. Austin. I was like, what is happening, man? I watched the second half. That redheaded dude for Stephen F. Austin, he lives in my nightmares, man. He was kicking our ass in that game. He truly was. And then the next year I think we lost to Villanova again or Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. We made it to we had 3 losses all in the Sweet 16 in Javon Carter's 4 seasons, and that was a tough stretch. It was fun. I love Javon Carter, Sags, Daxter Miles, but man, we could never get over that Sweet 16 hump, and we had that bad loss in the first round to Stephen F. Austin. You were at the watch party versus Wichita State, and he lit it up. Yeah, he lit it up in that first round, man. That was crazy. I hope Marshall gets in the tournament this year. That would be really cool. I think they can win their league. So their league doesn't have too much competition in it. So I definitely think Marshall could win their league and sneak in the tournament. All right, here we go. Xavier and St. John's getting started. I would be cool to see WVU versus Marshall first round, maybe like a 4 versus 13 seed, something like that. I'd love to see that, but at the same time, I'd want both teams to. Well, like in that situation, I would cheer for WVU, obviously, but I would want both teams to try to make a run. So I don't know. I don't think I would want them playing each other first round, but at the same time, it would be cool to see. Yeah, Missouri is kicking Kentucky's butt, man. All right, let's go. Oh, what a good pump fake by Xavier there. Jack Nungy for 3. Ooh. When your 7-footer is drilling threes, that's a good way to open up the game. Same, man. Same. I'm a WVU fan first, Marshall fan second. I definitely want to see both teams in the tournament this year. It'd be awesome to see. Got to represent the state of West Virginia, man. Great state. This man, Kobe Brown from Mizzou, is killing them, man. 20-point deficit for Kentucky. They're getting blown out. I think Oscar needs to transfer back to WVU, bro. Oscar, transfer back. We have a better team around you, bro. All right. I guess Alabama, Mississippi State isn't going to start on TV until after Kentucky, Missouri finishes up. Let's see if LSU and Arkansas has started yet. Oh, that's going to come on after Florida, Auburn. I wonder who's winning Florida versus Auburn. Sorry. Oh, this is a good one. 1-point game at Auburn. Auburn's winning. 1:40 left. Okay. Colin Castleton with a nice dime, and Florida takes the lead. This would be a bad loss here for Auburn. Definitely would be a bad loss here. Auburn might not be that great this year, man. They're at home. They might lose to Florida. Minute to go. Auburn just took the lead again. I mean, Auburn lost 2 pros, man, and Walker Kessler and Jabari Smith. So it's tough to recover from that. I mean, they hit the transfer portal. They got Johnny Broome. He's been pretty decent, but not as good as what I expected him to be. Jumping to the Power 5 level, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, WVU football can get going here again soon. I really hope so. Do you remember that the game against Oklahoma 6 years ago when Buddy Hield hit the half court to hit for the win, but it got called off? Yeah, I remember. It was in the Big 12 tournament. And I remember thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, bro, did that actually happen? I was so happy that it got called off because he released it just a smidge too late, man. I was so happy. But Buddy Hield tore it up. Buddy Hield was a problem. He's honestly one of the best players I've ever seen play college basketball. I mean, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four. He was insane. He was insane, man. Xavier's up 9-7. This one is in New York for St. John's. They need a big win here. Ooh, Jack Nungy, the post. But let's keep an eye out on this Auburn-Florida game. 30 seconds left. Florida down 1, but they just get a steal. 24 seconds, and they can take the lead here with any basket. And we got a timeout for Florida. 18 seconds left. No shot clock is turned off, so they have the whole time to try to get a bucket here in this one. Would I say Coach Cal has to be on a short leash if he doesn't do anything this year or next? He brings in all these amazing players and has nothing to show for it. Yeah, I would say if he doesn't get, especially if this continues in the next year, he definitely needs to be on a short leash. Like, there's no reason to bring in all this talent and not be able to produce at least some decent runs in the tournament. So I definitely think so, because here's the thing about Kentucky for basketball. I believe, it's still impressive that he's able to bring in all these top recruits, but it is Kentucky. Like, I believe a lot of guys can recruit well and recruit pretty well and bring guys to Kentucky. But if you're not developing that talent, if you're not, translating that into wins and making some deep runs in the tournament, then I don't know. He might have to go, man. He might have to go. I do think Coach Cal is a pretty good coach, though. I don't think that this will continue into next year, but I don't know. It's also not looking good. It's not looking good. All right, let's see. What's Florida's coach again? What's Florida's coach's name again? This is his first year from San Francisco, I'm pretty sure. It's a young coach. Colin Castleton to play for him, and he turns the ball over. Auburn in transition with a crazy left-handed layup with 1 second left, and that will do it. Auburn escapes at home, and Wow. I mean, probably too close of a game there for comfort against Florida. Florida team that hasn't been too great this year. I thought Florida would be a lot better this season, but they just haven't really been that great. But Auburn escapes. Kentucky down 21, so they're not coming back, man. They got a bad loss here to Missouri. They got beat up bad. Maybe Missouri's a little bit better than we thought they were. I mean, definitely, but back-to-back wins against Illinois and Kentucky. Dennis Gates has done an amazing job there for Mizzou, but man, Kentucky is a football school, man. Kentucky's a football school. But we got St. John's. Xavier already started. Alabama, Mississippi State should be starting after this Kentucky-Missouri game. And Auburn just escaped Florida. So we should be getting to see Arkansas, LSU here as well. So 3 good 9 o'clock games. Arkansas, LSU just tipped off. And it is a home game for LSU. They are 11-1. So is Arkansas. First true test for the Tigers to try to put themselves here on the map. You like Auburn basketball because you picked them to go to the Final Four that year when they were a 5 seed and they came up clutch for a bracket. That was a really fun March Madness. Their Final Four matchup with Virginia was a super good game. That was a really fun year, man. That was a fun year. Auburn comes to Morgantown to play WVU this year, the Big 12 SEC Challenge. That's going to be fun. You said Calipari needs to be fired. Hey, I've been hearing that a lot. Yeah, I definitely going to make a video talking about that here soon because Kentucky has been very disappointing this year, man. Like, I expected them. I thought that they would be a top 10 team like all year long, and I thought that they were going to make a deep run into the tournament this year. But right now, I don't see them getting past, the second round, maybe Sweet 16 at most. Like, I don't see it right now. I don't see it. They definitely have time to turn things around. We got a lot of time before March, but yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know about Kentucky right now. It's not looking good. Yo, what's up, QT? You're third in the Pick'em. Yeah, we didn't get too many people in the Pick'ems League this year, but I didn't advertise it enough. But but yeah, I guess I'm first in it. Doing pretty good on my bowl picks. Someone said that they were second earlier. Who was that? Oh, that was Marcus Mariota. Yeah. Yeah, it was a really fun tournament because you also had Texas Tech, which came out of nowhere, and I mean they were a good team. They were a higher seed, but they came out of nowhere and made it all the way to the championship game that year. So it was a really fun March Madness. It was the Virginia redemption year. You had Carson Edwards at Purdue lighting it up that season. So it was a season where, not a lot of blue bloods were dominating, right? You had some new teams in the Final Four, like Auburn, like Texas Tech, like Virginia. So it was a really fun year. Yeah, Purdue, Virginia was a great game. Carson Edwards was, I mean, that was one of the best tournament, maybe the best tournament experience, or the best tournament performance by a single player since like Steph Curry at Davidson. I mean, some other players as well, but I mean, that was one of the best, like, as far as like a single player performance and throughout an entire tournament that I've seen. Like, Carson Edwards was something else, bro. Truly was. The year before that was a really good tournament as well. The 2018 one, you had Villanova winning the championship that year. You had Loyola Chicago's Final Four push. Michigan making it to the championship game with a Jordan Poole game winner over Houston in that tournament. That was a really good tournament. Yeah, Loyola Chicago was awesome. I'm a huge Loyola Chicago fan. I'm probably going to go to a game this year. I think sometime in January. I'm going to go up to Pittsburgh, watch Duquesne versus Loyola Chicago. A little bit of A10 action. That's going to be a really fun game. I think I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to plan to, because I like Loyola Chicago ever since their run. I'm a Sister Jean fanboy. I got a Loyola Chicago flag on my wall. I got a Loyola Chicago T-shirt. So, yeah, I definitely want to go to Loyola versus Duquesne this year. I'm planning on going to that one in Pittsburgh. Xavier is killing St. John's right now, man. My goodness. Xavier is up 27-14. Only 7 minutes into this game. St. John's says every time they play someone pretty decent, they just don't do too well, man. Oh, yeah. Anthony Davis did have a really crazy March there for Kentucky the year they won it all. Yeah, there's been some players that definitely had some crazy tournament performances like throughout the tournament. But that Carson Edwards was something to witness for sure, man. That dude was popping off in 2019. All right. Missouri closing it out under a minute now, going to beat Kentucky. Kentucky ranked 19th. You got to think Kentucky's not going to be ranked now next week. Missouri should be ranked. Missouri should be ranked next week. Whoa. Sean Miller, maybe. I mean, is Sean Miller the best like returning coach like to return back to a team that he coached before? I mean, he's having a great year one with this Xavier team, and they were definitely missing a good coach, and Xavier has been really good so far this year. Right, Xavier may be the second best team in the Big East. You got to think at this point, just behind UConn. I think I would probably say Xavier's more consistent than Marquette, and Providence and Villanova there. So I would say Xavier's probably the second best team in the Big East. They're killing St. John's right now, man. St. John's might have a little bit of a downfall here heading into Big East play. Do you guys think that St. John's is going to make the tournament this year? I'm not so sure now. I'm not so sure St. John's making the tournament. I thought preseason I was like, all right, I think that they are, but they just haven't really been performing, man. Like Posh Alexander, I think he needs to take that star role and just roll with it. Like he hasn't been putting up as much shots, hasn't been scoring as much. He hasn't made too many 3-pointers this year. I think Posh Alexander needs to step up and just become that leader, man. become that star that they need. LSU Arkansas is pretty good so far. A low-scoring game, 5 minutes in, only 4-3. I mean, neither team scored until like 3 minutes in, but ooh, what a block! This would be a huge win for LSU. Woo! What a slam. Ricky Council. Big dunk, man. LSU struggling to score so far. Only 3 points 6 minutes into this game. And that'll do it. Missouri knocks off number 19 Kentucky by 14 points. St. John starting to, get some scoring up here a little bit. Only down by 12 now, but still not even 10 minutes into this game. And Xavier already putting up almost 30. But here we go. We switch to Alabama, Mississippi State now, and already almost 5 minutes into this game, this one kind of a low-scoring game as well. And Mississippi State, that's kind of what they want, right? They want a low-scoring game. They're a defensive team, and they are pressing Alabama early. So you know I love to see that. Press Virginia, baby. Chris Jans, I think, is a great head coach, a great pickup there for the Bulldogs. And I like that they're coming out and pressing Alabama. I like that a lot, man. I like the game plan. It's a steal by Quinterly. Missed 3 by Bama in transition. And Mississippi State's going to take it in transition the other way, but now they're going to slow it down. Let's see if they can get a bucket here and take the lead. That's a nice dump off and a foul. 2 shots here for Mississippi State. You've seen a lot of Kansas fans in downtown Memphis today for the bowl game. They're hyped, man. There are a ton of Kansas fans, man, and I know that they were hyped for this bowl game. First bowl game in a while. First bowl game in a while for Kansas, so you know they were hyped. Yo, what's up, AJ? What's up, bro? And Mississippi State misses both free throws but gets their own rebound. And here's a 3-point shot now, and it's no good. Another offensive rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Bama again. My goodness. Not much eating dinner. I feel it. Your boys got to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to be up at 6 a.m. I'm driving to Huntington tomorrow. Going to watch Marshall basketball game tomorrow night. It's going to be lit. I'm hyped for the game, bro. Also, I said this earlier in the stream, but if you guys are just joining into the stream, again, I am going to the Marshall game tomorrow. So the Danny Hoops podcast live stream is being delayed to Friday night this week. So So we're doing the Danny Hoops podcast on Friday this week instead of Thursday. All right. It looks like LSU, Arkansas, and Mississippi State, Alabama are going to be close, grinded out defensive games all the way through and through. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for some good defensive battles. Alabama, 6 minutes into this game, and Alabama, Mississippi State is only 5-5. And that's the way Mississippi State wants to play this. That's the way they want to play this 100%. But they need to get a little bit of offense here. But they are at home, so I think they feel comfortable here playing a close defensive game. And that's what they want. That's what Chris Jans wants his team to do. Alabama, you can tell Alabama is trying to pick up the pace, get out in transition, but they just can't capitalize. This Mississippi State defense is for real, and they're showing that early here today. I think before their last few games, Mississippi State's held every single one of their opponents under 55 points, which is very impressive. And Alabama does get fouled, but they're saying on the floor. So no and one. Alabama's going to get the ball when we get back. Yeah, score is 5-5, 6 minutes in, bro. But that's Mississippi State basketball there. They got a new head coach this year. He's been doing, he came from New Mexico State. New Mexico State won a game in the tournament last year. And that's what he good defensive game, man. Like I said, Mississippi State's held, they're 11-1, and they've held every team, I think, except 2 under 55 points. So that's crazy. And they get another turnover here. Are we going to see someone get a score? Here's a wide open 3 for the Bulldogs. No good, but an offensive rebound. Here's a mid-range. Hits it! And we finally get a score, 7-5. 7 minutes into the game, Mississippi State takes the lead. And like I said, man, that's just that's the game that they want to play. That's the game they want to play. They're at home. They're definitely happy playing a defensive close game at home because I think they're comfortable with that. But there's only so much you can only stop Brandon Miller so far. Brandon Miller for Alabama just hit a 3, and Alabama's back up 8-7. He's been the best freshman in the country so far. He's going to be a top NBA prospect. Brandon Miller is a bucket, man. But right back, all of a sudden, this is becoming a shootout. Mississippi State hits a 3 right back, 10-8. This is going to be a fun game to watch. I think this one's going to be close all the way throughout. I don't see either team pulling away. This is going to be a fun one. Woo! And Mississippi State drew the charge. Oh my gosh. And we got 2 other good games going on as well. We got LSU versus Arkansas. Pretty good game. That one was a defensive game here early as well. And then St. John's versus Xavier has been anything except a defensive game, as Xavier put up 30 points 10 minutes into the game, on pace for 100 basically. And I don't know if they're going to keep that up, but I think that one, I think Xavier is going to pull away and get a really good Big East road win in this one. So yeah. Yeah, Mississippi State's pretty nasty. We'll see. I mean, if they can defeat Alabama, I think a lot of people are going to start to recognize how good they actually are. Because Mississippi State's usually, they're not a basketball program, and they haven't had, any sort of recent success in college basketball. But like I said, their new head coach, these players have really bought into what he's wanting to do there, and they've shown to be very successful this early in the season. And Mississippi State will be a tournament team this year, and we don't, they're not usually a tournament team, but you gotta watch out because they get the right matchups in the tournament. They could make a little bit of a run. Definitely, man, definitely. Especially if they're competing with Alabama. Alabama's number 8 in the country. Mississippi State's number 21. Top 25 matchup there. Yeah, Xavier is up on St. John's 35-21. So that one's not looking like as close of a game. I thought St. John's would actually be able to hang in there a little bit, but they're getting rocked, man. They're getting rocked. And that's kind of what St. John's has been doing, all season long. They got off to a hot start. They only have 2 losses on the season, but both of those have been really their only true tough opponents, and they just can't. They just can't get it done against them. They got destroyed by Iowa State. I think Xavier's better than Iowa State. Woo! What a block! Posh Alexander in transition finds a man in the corner for 3. That's a big shot for the Johnnies. Both SEC games are on the on commercial here. I'm hyped for the college football playoffs, New Year's Eve. About to be 2 pretty good games. Georgia versus Ohio State, and then we got TCU versus Michigan. It's gonna be a fun New Year's Eve. St. John's trying to make a little bit of a run here, and they get another bucket to fall, and that's going to cut the deficit down to 11. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Kind of playing a little bit of small ball here with David Jones as the center, and Xavier's kind of taking advantage of that as they answer real quick right back with a nice post look. You want to run small ball against us? Xavier said, all right, we'll pound the post. Woo! Xavier just banked in a 3. That's from the center, Jack Nungy. And just like that, Xavier's back up by, 16? All right, we're going to go back to these SEC games because they're pretty close. We got a 10-8 game here in Mississippi State versus Alabama. A very defensive game. I love to watch me a good defensive basketball game, man. And then LSU versus Arkansas, another defensive SEC game as LSU was up 13-12, 11 minutes in. There's a nice pass by Anthony Black, but Arkansas didn't pull the trigger on that 3. Arkansas's had a rough go about, man. They're 11-1, 9th ranked in the country, but 2 huge injuries to this Arkansas team, might cut their season. Might be they might not do as good as they were expected. Nick Smith Jr. is out with the injury. He was the number 1 recruit in the country, number 1 freshman coming in, and Arkansas got a big pickup with him. And he's more likely than not out for the rest of the season. He's still going to be a top NBA draft pick, but a big loss there for Arkansas. And they also lost Tony Brazil, who was a really excellent 2-way player and a starter for this team. So that's 2 big losses for Arkansas. And we'll see if they can survive LSU here on the road. All right, let's see if here's a nice open corner 3 for Alabama, unable to get it to fall. They're going to get a foul here on Bama on the rebound. Kansas versus Arkansas is in double overtime football. Oh my goodness, man. So Kansas came back. They were down 15 with 6 minutes left. So they came back. We might have to tune in real quick. Hold up. Good looks, bro. Good looks, because I definitely want to watch that. Because like I've been saying, the bowl games have been kind of mid this season so far, but double OT? Oh my gosh, it's 53-45 now. Kansas came back, man. They got the ball. They're down 8 in double overtime. Let's see if they can get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Yeah, I turned the game on. Good look. So we gotta watch this one real quick, guys. We're switching from Arkansas basketball to Arkansas football. Come on, Kansas. Let's get your first bowl win in a while. That explains why my boy Kansas fan isn't in here. He's probably going crazy watching the game right now. Jalen Daniels, a ton of time. Finds a man. First and goal at the 3-yard line for Kansas. Woo! Let's go. Let's go, Jayhawks. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. What a pass, man. This one's going to triple OT. This one's going to triple OT. I don't think I don't think Arkansas is going to stop Kansas in this one. I think they're getting in. Yep, touchdown. Jalen Daniels kept it on the designed quarterback run. What a play, man. Touchdown. Now they need the 2-point conversion to force triple overtime. And what is it? Is it triple overtimes whenever they start just going for 2-point conversions back and forth? So that's going to be something else to watch. We could see a game. We could see this game maybe going to like 8 overtimes. I could definitely see that happening. All right, here we go. 2-point conversion. Play action. Jalen Daniels going to keep it himself. And he's short. But a flag on the play. A flag on the play. What? No way. They might call targeting. This would be one of the craziest targeting calls of all time. With the game on the line, they're going to call that. They're going to call that. Are they really? I mean, he was stopped short. They're calling targeting with the game on the line. They called targeting on the final 2-point conversion. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I don't know. He was leading with the shoulder. But in my opinion, I understand the targeting. You got to kind of stay consistent all the way throughout the game. But in that situation, you're at a 2-point conversion and the game is on the line. The game's on the line. He's trying to make a last, stitch effort to reach over the goal line. He's trying to, reach over the goal line. You can't. What are you supposed to just kind of let him in? I don't know. I don't think that this should be targeting, but I'm still here. I do want to see triple overtime. So at the same time, I wouldn't be mad, but I don't like the call. I don't like the call here. Yeah, that Derwin James hit was crazy. That was a big hit. I did see that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe they're going to call targeting on this, though. Come on, man. I don't know. That was with the shoulder. That was kind of, I think that was with the shoulder. I mean, he was leading kind of with the helmet. They're probably going to call it targeting because I'm sure they won a triple overtime game. That's crazy, bro. What's the call? Targeting. You're taking forever to make this call, man. Here we go. What's the call? Wow, it's confirmed. They did call it targeting, so the game is still on. They're going to have another opportunity to get this 2-point conversion right here, but wow. What a call. What a call. And I guess number 24 for Arkansas is going to be out for the remainder of this one. I hate how they eject people, man. Like, if they're going to call targeting, okay, let's do it. Let's, give them the 15 yards penalty or whatever. But let's not eject the player. I hate that. Especially since, they have to sit out the first half of next game. What does that mean for 24? If he wants to return, if he comes back to Arkansas next season, does he have to sit out the first half of the first game? That's such a dumb rule, bro. Like, let's not eject people. Let's just give them the 15 yards and call it. All right, here we go. 2-point conversion for triple overtime round 2. This time they get a yard closer after the penalty. And oh my goodness, a timeout by Arkansas. Are we ever going to see this play? Whoa. What a game, though. I can't believe Kansas came back and even forced a double overtime considering they were down by like 15, like 5-6 minutes left. What a game, man. What a game. I think this one's going to 3 OTs, boys. I think they're getting it here. I think they're getting it. All right, here we go. Pass caught. 2-point conversion is good, and we're heading to triple overtime. Wow, here we go. Here we go, man. Triple OT in here. This has been the first real good bowl game so far this season. I hope the semifinals of the playoffs are good New Year's Eve. Kansas is winning. Kansas is winning now. I think Kansas is winning. This is such a Kansas way to do it. They haven't been to a bowl game in so long. I think, Kansas is winning the bowl game, bro. They're going to come out of this on top. And I picked Kansas to win in my Bowl Mania league, so I'm happy that they call targeting. I need to keep my first place spot in the league. Flashback to when Kansas beat Texas last year in overtime. That was the same dude who caught the game-winning touchdown in that one. It's the guy who just caught that 2-point conversion. Number 47. Dude is clutch. The fullback, Casey. What a clutch fullback, man. Super, super inspirational. Texas Tech up on Ole Miss 10-7 in that bowl game. We'll go back to basketball, guys, after this Kansas-Arkansas bowl game. I just wanted to tune in and watch this for a little bit. Got to tune in for the triple overtime. I guess we're going to 2-point conversions back and forth we go. And I think this one could go a while. Man. You got two quarterbacks that are good at improvising and could run it in themselves, and KJ Jefferson and Jalen Daniels in their own right. So here we go. First 2-point conversion attempt in triple overtime. Arkansas's got the ball first. Let's see if they can get it going. And right away, we get a timeout. I hate the late game delays are crazy. It's like this in college basketball too. The late game delays are always crazy. Are they really going to give Kansas and Arkansas both each a timeout every single overtime? Because if so, that's really going to drag things out. All right, here we go. For real this time. All right. Some motion here for Arkansas. I like the play. Lob it up, wide open, and Arkansas gets the 2-point conversion. That's going to put the pressure on Kansas now. Can they get the conversion and force a fourth overtime? Or will Arkansas get a stop and win the game? What a play, man. What a play. That was a great play design. I really like the motion. Caused a lot of confusion. The running back was wide open on the wheel route. Wheel route kind of faded to the end zone. Now it's Kansas's turn. Can they force quadruple overtime? And they have a receiver in motion. Here's the snap. Play action. Jet sweep. And it's going to be a pass. And oh my goodness, I don't like that play call. Arkansas wins the game. I don't like the play call, man. I say you keep the ball in Jalen Daniels' hand. You don't hand it on a jet sweep for him to pass it, and he just sailed that one out of the end zone, out of the back of the end zone, and Arkansas wins the Liberty Bowl, man. Whew, I thought this one could have gone 4, 5, 6 OTs, but yeah, I don't like that play design. Keep it in Jalen Daniels' hands. He's been a great playmaker, man. Been a great playmaker. Keep it in his hands. All right, we're back to Alabama, Mississippi State basketball. Really good finish there. First pretty good bowl game so far this season, though. And Alabama has picked up the scoring a little bit. They're up 22-17 on the road. Still a low-scoring game with 4 minutes left until halftime, but they definitely have picked up the scoring. I think Xavier St. John's is on halftime. Arkansas LSU is a 1-point game. LSU is up 19-18 with 2 minutes left. Another low-scoring game. Is LSU running a 2-3 defense? It might be. LSU's got the big boy KJ Williams down low. They got Murray State's head coach from last season. Are they playing a 2-3? I have to watch them get set because they've been playing in transition, but it looks like they're playing a 2-3. Oh, what a cut. Woo! LSU. They might knock off Arkansas today. Jordan Walsh. Ricky Council drives in, cut off, tries to feed it into Anthony Black in the post, back to Walsh, and he is not fouled. He just loses the ball. LSU in transition, gets the left-handed layup to fall, and they're up 5 points now. All right, let's watch them play this set defense. Are they playing a 2-3? Yeah, they are definitely playing a 2-3 defense. All right, I'm here for it. I'm here to watch a really good 2-3 defense. Definitely down for it, man. It seems to be working for him here at home against the number 9 Arkansas Razorbacks. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Ricky Council is going to have to launch a deep one off the back rim, and LSU is going to go back with 30 seconds until halftime and a chance to go up even more before the break. Let's go. They're going to call timeout. Use it or lose it timeout here. What is LSU's head coach's name again? The guy who he coached at Murray State last year. He's a good head coach, man. He's a good head coach. I can't quite think of his name right now. I'm going to look that up real quick. Matt McMahon. That's right. It's a good hire for LSU, man, especially with the stuff that LSU went through last year with all the investigations from their former head coach. A really solid pickup. Xavier St. John's, it is almost the start of the second half here. Xavier's up 11, 48-37. So a high-scoring game in that one. Our other two are pretty defensive games. This is two different kind of forms of defense from these underdog. I mean, Mississippi State might be favored at home. I doubt it, though. I bet Alabama's still favored. But LSU running a 2-3, holding out Arkansas under 20 points right now in the first half. And then Mississippi State running a little bit of press on Alabama, playing some really good man defense in the half court. Very fun to watch. Very fun to watch. I'm a nerd for basketball, so seeing these different variations of defense and seeing how they work with these teams, I love that stuff, man. That's why I love college basketball. I love the strategy. I'm glad I'm getting the chance to watch some LSU too, because I haven't really gotten to watch too much LSU basketball this season, and they're 11-1. It's their first true test, and they're passing that test right now against Arkansas. The 2-3 defense it looks to be working for them. Like I said, Arkansas held under 20 right now with only 17 seconds in the first half. Three minutes left in the first half of this Alabama-Mississippi State game. We'll tune back into that one after we get to halftime of LSU-Arkansas. LSU misses the second free throw. Let's see if Arkansas can get to 20 points here with the bucket before half. 10 seconds left. Ricky Council getting into the high post. That's where you want it. And he's fouled. So Ricky Council, 2 shots with 4 seconds left. That's where you want to get the ball against the 2-3 defense. You want to get in the high post and you want to hit the corners. High post and quick ball movement, and you can find some open looks. But you got to have guys who can score at the high post mid range, and you got to have guys who can kind of hit floaters. You know, kind of like when you're driving to the rack, hit a little bit of a deeper floater. If you can have guys hit those type of shots, that is key against the 2-3. And you also might need to try to find some transition scoring. Would be huge as well. Ricky Council misses the second free throw. And LSU, 3 at the halftime buzzer, no good. So LSU up 5, 24-19 heading into the half. Let's go. All right, 2 minutes till halftime in Alabama versus Mississippi State. Oh my goodness, banked in a 3. Mississippi State did. Alabama up by 5, 29-24. So they definitely picked up the scoring while we were watching Kansas-Arkansas bowl game. Let's see if Mississippi State can get back to that defense that they were showing early here in the game. One and one for Alabama. Everybody forgot it was a 1-1. He missed the first shot on the 1-1. Everybody forgot it was a 1-1, and nobody moved to get the rebound. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Number 12 for Mississippi State here, feeling it a little bit. Murphy, back-to-back threes. He banked in the first one contested, and he drilled the second one contested back-to-back. And that's going to cut the Bama lead to 2. What a shot, man. What a shot. It looks like we're going to have some really good games here. Second half of Xavier St. John's is about to start. That one doesn't look like it's going to be too good of a game. I think Xavier's going to control that one throughout. Yeah, I tuned into the game at the start of second overtime to watch the ending of that one, and yeah, I didn't like the play call. I didn't like it either. I thought you keep it in Jalen Daniels' hands, right? He's been a great playmaker throughout the game, throughout the overtimes, from what I've seen, and keep it in his hands. I didn't like that play call. Basketball season now. That's right, man. Murphy is hot from Mississippi State. He's looking for a bucket, but he is guarded tightly. Here's a drive and a kick. Mississippi State, some decent ball movement here. Finds somebody in the post and thought it was an and one, but they called him for a travel. Minute left till halftime here in this one. Yeah, I had a wide open dude, and he oversailed it so bad, man. That was tough, but hey, at least you got basketball season going for you still, and at least you made a bowl game. My team didn't make a bowl game this year for football. It was still a really great season for Kansas, and a comeback fallen short for them in the bowl game, and they got a really good head coach there, and they'll be back next year. Next year, they're winning a bowl game. Ooh, Alabama and one. Okay. Okay. Hey, Marshall did win a bowl game this year. I was happy to see them beat UConn and get a bowl win. So, hey, my secondary team won a bowl game at least. I'm hyped for the Marshall game tomorrow, man. I'm excited to see Tavion play. Dude's been putting up numbers. It's gonna be a fun one, man. You don't got a secondary team. I feel it, man. I feel it. I just support Marshall because I support all West Virginia. There's only 2 Division 1 teams in the state of West Virginia, and that is WVU and Marshall, so I support both of them. All right. Mississippi State down by 7 now. 30 seconds till half. Alabama really picked up the scoring. We'll see if Mississippi State can come out with some halftime adjustments and get back to that really great defense that they were playing in the first half. Alabama's going to hold it till the last shot. They're happy with this 7-point lead heading into halftime. They're going to try to extend it to 9 here with a drive by Bradley. He's going to kick it out, and that's going to be a backcourt violation, or out of bounds, whatever you want to call it. And 1.6 seconds here for Mississippi State to try to get a bucket before half. Three-point attempt here. Oh, and he hit it. What a shot. Did he get it off in time? Mississippi State's hitting some crazy threes, bro. I guess he got it off in time, so it's 34-30. Alabama's up heading into the half. Let's see this. Replay. He got it off. Yeah, he got it off. And both SEC games are on halftime. Let's go ahead and switch over to St. John's versus Xavier. Xavier's in control of that one. Got a celebrity in my stream. Yeah, we got Marcus Mariota in here, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, Xavier's killing him, man. 54-39. Just St. John's, not a good matchup for him, you know. They don't have the best defense. Xavier is a high-scoring offense. They put up a lot of points. Andre Curbelo. Yeah, that was Andre Curbelo in a nutshell a little bit right there, man. He just drive to the rack, kind of a crazy turnover. Yeah. Not the best there. Not sure how long I'll be streaming tonight. Your boy has to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we'll probably watch a little bit more of these games, and I'll hop off the stream for tonight. Getting up early so I can head into Huntington and watch some Marshall basketball tomorrow. So it's a 3-hour drive. So I'm leaving at 6, going to spend the whole day in Huntington. Well, I'm leaving at like 6:30-ish, but I got to get up at 6. Hype for the game. Again, reminder, podcast stream is on Friday this week. Because I will not be back until around midnight tomorrow. So watch a little bit more of this Xavier St. John's game, and then we'll hop off the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a unplanned pivot to watch the Kansas-Arkansas bowl game. It was a lot of fun to watch the ending of that overtime game. That was really the first bowl game that was really that good this year. Really, before that one, the bowl games have been really mid, maybe even worse than mid. But yeah, sad day. I wanted Kansas to win. I had Kansas winning in my Bowl Mania group. And I also just wanted them to win because they haven't been to a bowl game. And so, when's the last time Kansas was in a bowl game? Was it 2009 when they were really good, or was it, or have they been to one since? Yeah, Oregon, North Carolina should be a good finish as well. 14 years. Yeah, so it was 2009, huh? That's crazy. Kansas has been bad since I've been watching football, So I really wanted to see them win. Next year is the year, though. Next year is the year. You guys got to hit the transfer portal hard. Kansas's football coach is really good, though. So pay your football coach, keep him there, and the future is bright for Kansas football. Jayhawk fan, you got to put in a good word with the boosters, with the with the athletic director. Let them know, do not lose that head coach to a more prestigious football program. Pay him as much as he wants. Pay that man for sure. Yeah, you guys already have him extended. That's good, man. That's good. It's good that he didn't leave because I know a lot of teams were trying to get to hire him. I'm pretty sure Nebraska was going after him. So that's good that he stuck around, instead of taking some of these new jobs. So, oh dang, you guys got him extended until 2029. That's good though. That's good. Keep give him all the money he wants, and and hopefully he sticks around. Because a lot of people are probably going to see him like, man, you're building up Kansas's football program. That means you could probably do it at our football program, right? And they're like going to try to pull him away, but Jack Nungy today, 14 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. He's at the line here for 2. There's been some upsets and some close upsets, and at the start of SEC play today, you had Tennessee almost lose to Ole Miss. You had Auburn almost lose to Florida, but both of them escaped. And we have right now LSU beating Arkansas at halftime, Mississippi State hanging in there with Alabama at half. So all the SEC games to start SEC play have been really good. It's a deeper conference than you think. LSU looks really good. They're running the 2-3 defense. I'm liking what I'm seeing from LSU. Mississippi State, I think they're going to lose some games here in the SEC, but they'll be decent. I think they'll be a tournament team. I don't think they're anything too crazy though. But they're decent. They're decent for sure. Missouri looks even better than I thought they were. Missouri, big win over Kentucky today. So, but Kentucky just might be a lot worse than we all thought they were because they're not looking good at all right now. Kentucky can't win a big game. I don't know what's up with Kentucky. Xavier just needs to. I think Xavier needs to be better defensively. Offensively, they can outscore a lot of teams, but defensively, I just don't think they're that good. So that's tough for Xavier. That one's on commercial. The other 2 games are on halftime here, but I think I am going to go ahead and hop off of the stream. It's been fun. We still got almost 2 hours in here now, but good stream. We'll be back Friday night for the Danny Hoops podcast stream. I got a video coming out Saturday. I think I'll have my video coming out, and then of course we will have the power rankings this week Monday. First power rankings in 2 weeks since we missed it out this week Monday. But yeah, we're gonna have a lit day at the game tomorrow. I'll give this big screw Arkansas here for Jayhawk fan. Good night, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out in the stream with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.